Chandler Barber back at it again. Um, Today I have a haircut for you that I did of recent on one of my friends. Um, I'm actually in barber school right now, and it's a passion of mine to become a full-time barber in the near future. But I just wanted to post some videos, and I'm going to continue to post my haircut videos just to continue to grow and learn and get better. But my friend was wanting a low bald fade, so this is the cut. I am setting in my line, which I will go from to set my initial guidelines. But this is the first step of this process for me, and so many different barbers do it differently, but I like to set in the line first, and then I'm just taking the 3-guard and debulking a little bit on the side just to see a little bit more of what I'm working with. And then after that, I will have no guard on the clipper, and I'll have it open to set my first guideline. Alright, so I'm setting my first guideline, going about half an inch to an inch up, and I'm just going to follow that back. And these same steps I'll do all around the head, but just going to be working on this side for now. Once I've set that in, I'm going to do the 1 guard on the clipper open, and I'm going to use that to set my next guideline coming up from my first guideline. So that is what I'm doing now. Going up the same amount as my previous guideline. Once I have done that, I will start to try to take out that first line at the bottom using no guard closed, and just kind of using the corners of the blade to try to buff that line out. What I have learned and am learning is just that doing the fades takes time, and I'm by no means anywhere near where I want to be with it. I'm really learning doing the fades a lot now. I haven't really done a ton of fades, but I'm gaining knowledge from people at my school, and I'm grateful for it. Right now I'm taking the half guard, and I'm trying to get that second line out. So while I'm doing that, I went in with it closed at first, and then just slowly opened it as I went up. Again, we'll use the corners at times. Sometimes I'll use the full blade, just depending on the area that I'm working with. And really all is just comes down to your eye. You just have to continue to looking in the mirror, stepping back, seeing the head from different angles really helps to see what you need to buff out. Now I'm going in with my 1.5 guard, connecting from my second guideline up, not digging in too much, just flicking out the top, trying to create more of a transition. going back and just kind of detailing a little bit, which is vital to doing fades, is just kind of consistently going back and looking at your work. You're going to continue to see different things as your eyes adjust. After that, I'm taking the 2-guard closed and going up a little bit more to get that transition even smoother. Then I'll take my comb and do a little bit of a clipper over comb just to fine tune that at the top, blend it into the sides. Alright, here's the second side. I just sped it up. And I'm also going around the back, trying to pay attention to my steps to make sure I do the same thing that I did on the other side to make it consistent. Now I'm going into the shear work on top. I cut a little bit before this, but he wanted to go down a little bit, so that is what I'm doing. I'm using a traveling guideline and just following to the back. Using the first guideline I made and just following it back and cutting anything that extends over that guideline. Once I've gone down the center of the head, then I will go to the sides and connect it down. Then I'm going to take sections, connecting the sides at the top, doing vertical sections, just cutting anything that extends out. I'm gonna go around the head and do that. But yeah, if you're watching and you're a barber and you have any tips or tricks or see anything that I'm doing that I could do better, please leave a comment below. That'd be awesome. I would appreciate that, because like I said, I am learning and just wanting to take in as much knowledge as I can. I'm not doing this to show a perfect cut or anything, but I want to get there. However, I am pretty happy how this turned out, and I just really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to check it out, and I'm going to continue to post more, and yeah, just follow along on my journey. So now I'm taking my shavers and just going over the bald area to make it even more smooth. Now I'm taking the texture shears, just going over some areas that are a little more bulky so that everything will lay just right. And after that, it's time to put some product in the hair. I'm using Ace High Co clay. Great company and great product. Check them out at acehighco.com. I really like the clay. It gives it more of a matte finish, a more textured style. But yeah, that's pretty much the cut. I'll dust them off, and I got some pictures of the final product. Again, thank you guys so much for checking this out. I really appreciate any encouragement or any critique that you have. And until next time, keep it pumping.